Good morning. Hope you guys are having a good week. For some of you, I apologize for all the videos I am making. I'm not that bored. I've been gone for a little bit, so I wanted to connect. And I thought this was an easy way. I will be gone again this weekend, and so I thought I'd send you this as our team huddle, and I will also be sending you these so you have all the information, and then of course it'll be there for you on Sunday. Um, just a few bits of information. One, again, there's a transition happening coming this February where Todd is going to be taking a new role as Chief of Staff, if you have not heard about that. And then I will be transitioning to East Location Pastor. If you have any questions or would like to fight that, I guess you can try. I don't know. So that is happening. Also, I'm very excited. Chad and Amanda Westendorf will be taking over as guest service directors for this weekend. So they will be in charge of the weekend volunteer, everything. They'll be the guest service directors starting in February. We also have a few new volunteers. We actually have about 4 starting this weekend. So if you see some new faces, make sure to go and introduce yourself, say hi. Then we also have Dan Clements is going to be leading the 11 a.m. greeting team. So make sure to go and thank him for being a part of our leadership team and just stepping up, taking that role for us. We are going to be handing out those groups cards again at the doors as people walk in because they are going to mention them. And then we do have communion coming up in 2 weeks and baptism on February 4th, which could be a great day. Could also be a very sad day for anyone who's not a Vikings fan. So that's just some information I wanted to share with you guys moving into the weekend. Again, that's all in here that you will get. Another thing I just wanted to share with you is just kind of this mindset that I want to try to start kind of combating, truthfully. It's culturally. I was on the phone with a gentleman the other day, and he had put on this connection card that he had accepted Jesus into his life, and he had written down that he had been believing since he was high school, and but he had seasons of kind of falling away and not. And I just decided to look him up in our system, and he used to serve 2-3 years ago. He used to serve pretty consistently with our kids ministry, and so I just called him. We were having a conversation, and I decided to tell him, I go, I'm going to challenge you to get back into serving in that community. And his initial response is what struck me, and it was, well, why do you need help in a certain area? And I've been talking to a few people about this, and so that a lot of times when we ask people to help or ask people to serve, that's why they think they're going to do it. Is, well, they must need help, or we're trying to fill a role. Well, the truth is, I want him to start serving again for the betterment of him. And what I told him was, I said, you're actually missing a big portion of your relationship with God because you're not serving. You're missing out on a key aspect, and it's the same with any of our relationships. If you're not investing certain time into your marriage, into your relationships, it's lacking. I look at it this way: if when Abby and I got married, I no longer took her anywhere. We never went on dates, or we never went out to dinner, or never did stuff together. We would really grow to miss that, and it kind of feel like you'd become stagnant. Well, it's very easy to become stagnant in your relationship with God the same way, and serving helps you to continue the pursuit of that relationship. But then it also puts you in a community where people are going to give you wisdom. They're going to be there for you. They're going to encourage you. They're going to challenge you. They're going to hold you accountable. And that's all things we need if we want to have a good relationship with God. So I told them it's not for us. We don't need help serving. Truthfully, we don't need that many volunteers. We could make it work to where we have 5 volunteers every weekend and people would feel pretty welcome. The truth is, we want people to serve so they can have a growing relationship with God. It's for their betterment. So I want you guys, when you're talking to people about serving, when you're talking to your teams, when you're just thinking about it, think about it in terms of this is something they need. But then I also want you to process this question when you're talking to your own teams. What do they need? What conversations are we having that people are leaving with better understanding, with more tools, with something they didn't have when they showed up? They need serving in their life to have this growing relationship with God. Are we giving them something when they are here? Are they leaving a better disciple? Are they leaving with better tools? Are we asking questions about that? Or are we investing in them in that way to where we're encouraging them to have a growing relationship with God? But then when we talk to people about serving, is it because we need to fill a need, which I'm guilty of a ton? Or is it because it's something they need if they want to continue to grow? But with that, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I will be back east ice fishing, and I will see you in a little while. But I love you guys. Have a great weekend.